Find the coefficient of x squared in the expansion of this binomial multiplied by x minus 1. Now in the example, we looked at doing this the full way and then talked about the short way. So this time we're going to do it the other way around. We're going to do the short way and then we'll look at the long way and see how it connects up. So the short way is to think, well, in what ways can I get x squared? Well, I could multiply the x by an x to the power of 1. So I could do an x times by some coefficient times x that comes from here. Or I could do the minus 1 times some x squared term from this expansion. So I could do the minus 1 times by some power of x squared from this one. So this is now telling me the bits that I need to work out for this expansion. I need to work out the coefficient of x. So let's do that first. I have 5 choose something. I'm going to have 2 to the power of something. And I have minus 3x to the power of something. For this to be a power of 1, that needs to be 1, which means that's 4, and that's 1, which gives me 5. 2 to the power of 4 is going to be 16, and minus 3x, which is telling me that a is going to be 5 times 16 times by minus 3 is minus 240. That's the value of a in this coefficient here. Now we do the same here, but for the bx squared. So in this binomial, which bit would give me the x squared? Well, it would be 5 choose something, 2 to the power of something, minus 3x. I need this to be x squared in this case. So that's 2, that's 3, that's 2. 5 choose 2 is 10, 2 cubed is 8. This one is 9x squared, which means b is 10 times 8 times 9 is 720. Now putting those two bits together, we have x times minus 240x plus minus 1 times 720x squared. Well, that's equal to minus 240x squared minus 720x squared, which gives me a total of minus 960x squared. So the coefficient, the answer, is minus 960. Let's have a think about what this would have been if we have done the full expansion, and we can compare it to what we've got there. So I'll scroll down a little bit so we can see this. So just to remind us, because it's gone off the top of the screen, the binomial that we're dealing with here is x minus 1 times 2 minus 3x to the power of 5. If we start off by doing the expansion of this, going to have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. We have 2 to the power of 5, which is 32. 2 to the 4, 2 cubed, 2 squared, 2 and 1. And then we're going to have minus 3x to the 0, minus 3x to the 1, minus 3x squared, minus 3x cubed, minus 3x to the 4, and minus 3x to the 5. Multiplying down, that means we get that 2 minus 3x to the 5 is equal to 32 minus 16 times 5 times minus 3 is minus 240x plus 720x squared minus 10 times 4 times negative 27 is minus 1080 x cubed plus 810x to the 4 minus 243 x to the 5. Multiplying all of that by x would give us 32x minus 240x squared plus 720x cubed minus 1080x to the 4 plus 810x to the 5 minus 243x to the 6. And multiplying everything by -1 would give me minus 32 plus 240x minus 720x squared plus 1080x cubed minus 810x to the 4 plus 243x to the 5. And then from there we can see the bit that we're interested in, the coefficient of x squared, going to be those two. So it's minus 240 minus 720, which is equal to minus 960. And we get the same answer as we did in the previous approach. Obviously in this one we've done a lot of extra work because all we actually needed was this one, which gave us the minus 240, and this one, which gave us the plus 720x squared, because those two led into these two results here when we multiplied by x and by -1 to get the x squared terms. So you can either do the full approach or maybe do some of the full approach and cut bits out, or you can go through that route of trying to think through what it is that you need to do.